What if the earth itself was trying to make you rich? What if April 22nd Earth Day wasn't just about trees or the environment, but about your financial rebirth? And what if the universe had already chosen you, Virgo, to receive it all? This isn't fantasy. This is the reality you're stepping into right now. But before we go deeper, take a moment to breathe. What I'm about to share might shift the way you look at money forever. This isn't hype. This isn't wishful thinking. It's grounded, spiritual, and rooted in the quiet truth you've always carried. Virgo, you're not just another zodiac sign. You are the builder, the perfectionist, the one who sees cracks in the foundation that no one else notices. And you fix them, even when no one's watching. You've stayed up late, working out every detail. You've sacrificed comfort for precision. You've kept going when others gave up. While some chased shortcuts, you chose integrity. And even though you're strong, even though you lead with logic and discipline, you've also had moments of doubt. You've asked yourself, will this ever pay off? You've seen the bills, felt the pressure, questioned your own path. And I want you to know, that's okay. You don't need to pretend anymore. We're not here to deny the struggle. We're here to name it, to release it, because only when we tell the truth can we transform it. The financial stress, the inner fatigue, the fear that maybe, just maybe, the universe forgot about you, it's all valid. But here's what's even more powerful. You're still here, still showing up, still doing the work. And that, Virgo, is why this moment is yours. The universe doesn't reward noise, it rewards alignment. And your alignment? It's happening. Not through force or hustle, but through timing, wisdom, and deep truth. So stay with me, because in the next few minutes, I'll show you why April 22nd is a spiritual turning point for you, how to open your field to receive it, and why everything you've built quietly is now ready to bloom. Just imagine, what if money wasn't a source of fear, but a mirror of your value? What if financial ease became your new normal, not through luck, but because your vibration finally matched your vision? That's not a dream, that's a return to self, to soul, to the version of you who never stopped believing. April 22nd isn't just another date, it's Earth Day, a moment when the planet pauses to breathe, to heal, to restore. But this year, Earth Day isn't just about oceans and trees, it's about you. For Virgo, this is a personal portal, a spiritual gateway opening, aligned perfectly with your grounded frequency. You've spent years laying invisible bricks of discipline, compassion, service, and clarity. And now, those seeds are ready to rise. Think about it. How many times have you shown up when no one clapped? How many times have you cleaned the mess, restored the order, and held space for others while hiding your own needs? You've done the work, Virgo. And now, the earth is mirroring that devotion back to you. The energy of this Earth Day is not only about sustainability, it's about restoration, of finances, of energy, of your nervous system. You've been in survival mode for too long, and the universe knows it. You don't need to prove anymore. You need to receive. You don't need to hustle harder. You need to align deeper. Most people miss these moments. They're too distracted, too skeptical, too stuck in the loop of fear and doubt. But not you. You've been waiting, watching, listening. You've been asking for a sign. This is it. April 22nd is not random. It carries a frequency that matches Virgo energy perfectly, grounded, wise, precise, and intentional. When the planet heals, you heal. When the soil is ready, abundance blooms. That's not poetry, that's energetic law. So take this seriously. This Earth Day isn't just symbolic, it's strategic. It's sacred, it's yours. Not someday, not if or maybe, but now. You are the rooted one, the patient one, the quiet force behind the scenes. And now, the scene is finally shifting in your favor. Let's go deeper now. I want you to pause whatever you're doing and come back into your body. Feel your feet on the ground, notice the rise and fall of your breath. Don't force it, just observe. Your breath is not just air, it's wisdom, it's presence. It's the first gift you ever received. Inhale slowly through your nose, hold gently, exhale through your mouth, again and again. This is where alignment begins. not with effort, but with attention. Now, if it feels safe, close your eyes or soften your gaze. I want you to imagine a wave of green and silver light gently wrapping around you. Not blinding, not dramatic, just present. This light is a reflection of your Virgo essence, calm, clear, life-giving. It moves slowly, wrapping around your shoulders, your chest, your stomach, your legs, until your entire body is softly glowing. This light doesn't ask anything of you. It simply reminds you, you are held, you are safe, you are already enough. Now let this light sweep through the parts of you that have been tired, overworked, overthinking. Let it move through your heart, especially the places that carry financial anxiety, guilt, or shame. The parts that feel like you're always behind, always not doing enough. Let it melt those stories. Let it rewire your system. Because here's the truth, Virgo. You were never behind. You were being prepared. While others rushed toward surface wins, you were building a foundation so deep it couldn't be shaken. And now that foundation is becoming your stage. Feel that. Let it land. Now place your hand gently over your heart. Feel the beat, the rhythm, the reminder that you're alive, here, and ready. Repeat softly in your mind or aloud. I am open to receive. I am grounded in truth. I am aligned with abundance. I allow financial peace to flow into my life with ease. I trust that what is mine is already finding me. These are not just words, they are signals, invitations. They tell your nervous system, it's safe to relax. They tell your subconscious, it's safe to believe. They tell your soul, we're ready. The more you say them, the more they sink in. The more they sink in, the more you begin to act from that truth. And now, I want you to visualize, not just a number in your bank account. Go deeper. What does real wealth feel like to you? Maybe it's waking up in a home filled with light, knowing everything is paid for. Maybe it's hearing your mother laugh because you just helped her with something she used to stress about. Maybe it's finally launching your project, the one that pays well and feels aligned with your heart. See it. Smell the coffee in your kitchen. Hear the calm in your mornings. Feel the softness of your new sheets. Visualize your inbox lighting up with opportunities you didn't chase. They just came. Let that version of you come alive. That's not fantasy. That's coherence. That's what happens when your inner world matches your outer reality. And Virgo, you are the master of that process, because you don't just dream. You structure, you ground, you create systems that make visions real. That's your gift. That's why this moment is opening for you now. You've done enough vision boards, you've read the books, you've tried the hustle. Now it's about becoming the match. Not just thinking about abundance, but embodying it. So ask yourself, if wealth was already yours, how would you move today? How would you speak? How would you dress? What would you stop tolerating? Who would you stop chasing? Begin doing that now. Let your actions reflect your belief, because you don't attract what you want. You attract what you're ready for. And Virgo, you are ready. This Earth Day isn't just about planting trees. It's about planting truth in your body. A truth that says, I'm not here to struggle forever. I'm here to rise, and not in a loud, flashy way, in a rooted, sacred, sustainable way. So breathe that in, exhale everything else. Let the light stay with you. Let your breath lead the way. You've just opened the door, and what's behind it will surprise you in the best possible way. Now that your energy is open and your body is aligned, it's time to ground this in real life. Because abundance doesn't live in the clouds, it grows from the soil. So let's talk about action. Not just busy work, not just hustle, aligned action. But let's be real for a moment. Virgo, how many times have you been the one holding everyone else together while secretly falling apart? How many birthdays, deadlines, and emotional storms have you weathered without ever asking for help? People come to you for advice, for organization, for clarity. But who holds space for you? Who celebrates your quiet brilliance, your inner battles, your sleepless nights spent solving problems no one even noticed? You see, being the strong one is a silent burden, And sometimes it makes you feel invisible, like your effort is expected, not appreciated, like your value is measured by how much you can give, not by who you are. But here's the radical truth that no one told you. You don't need to earn rest. You don't need to buy your worth. You don't need to hustle harder to be seen. The universe saw you, even when others didn't. The universe kept the receipt of every small action, every moment you showed up when it was hard, every time you chose integrity over applause. And now, it's time to cash in on that energetic investment. Not in a flashy, look-at-me way, but in a grounded, undeniable shift. The kind where life starts to feel lighter, opportunities start finding you, synchronicities become more frequent, and instead of fighting for recognition, you simply attract it. This isn't wishful thinking, it's vibrational math. The energy you've been putting out is now ready to loop back, tenfold, but only if you allow it. That's the tricky part, because receiving requires vulnerability. It asks you to soften, to trust, to stop gripping the wheel so tightly and let the current carry you. And Virgo, I know that's hard, but you're ready now. You've built the raft, the tide has turned, and all that's left is for you to let go and rise. Virgo, this is where you shine, because you've always known that discipline is a form of devotion, that small steps done consistently are more powerful than any overnight miracle. But sometimes even you forget that. You doubt, you delay, you think it has to be perfect before it can begin. But what if you started now, imperfect but present? Let me introduce you to Maya. She's a Virgo just like you. For years, she worked a corporate job that paid the bills but drained her soul. Her dream was to create her own holistic wellness brand. But fear? It kept her frozen. She thought she needed a huge budget, a detailed plan, a perfect website. But one day she made a quiet promise to herself. 30 minutes a day. That's it. Every morning before work, she gave 30 minutes to her dream. Journaling, learning, creating. She didn't quit her job. She didn't go viral. She just showed up again and again. Fast forward 18 months. Maya runs her own business. She tripled her income. She wakes up excited, not because she's lucky, but because she honored her energy and chose aligned action. That's the Virgo way. Quiet, powerful, intentional. So ask yourself right now, what would 30 minutes a day do for you? What if you made space for what matters, even just a little? Maybe it's updating your resume. Maybe it's building your offer. Maybe it's saying no to something draining so you can say yes to something true. Aligned action doesn't always look dramatic. Sometimes it looks like a single email, a conversation you've been avoiding, a decision you've been delaying. But every small move is a vote for the future you're claiming. And Virgo, you've already voted with your consistency. Now it's time to double down with your courage. Let's talk about energy, because abundance isn't just about what flows in, it's about what you can hold. So protect your energy like the sacred currency it is. Look around you. Who supports your growth? Who drains it? Are you surrounded by people who clap when you rise, or people who compete when you succeed? This is your season to be honest. If someone steps on your peace, they shouldn't have a front row seat to your future. Create boundaries not from anger, but from clarity. You're not closing your heart, you're protecting your roots. You've worked too hard to let the wrong energy water your garden. Now let me tell you about Jack. He's another Virgo. For years, Jack believed wealth had to be earned through exhaustion. He was always the last to rest, always providing for his family, always carrying the weight. But one day, his body gave out. His doctor told him, "Slow down or you won't last long." That hit hard. Jack realized he'd been trading health for hustle, presence for productivity. So he made a shift. He started walking every morning. He said no more often. He delegated. He rested. And strangely, the less he pushed, the more flowed in. His side business grew. An old friend offered him a silent investment. His teenage son started talking to him again. Jack didn't get rich by working harder. He got aligned by living better, and abundance followed. Virgo, I want you to remember this. The universe is not withholding from you. It's waiting for you to become a match for what you're asking. And becoming that match doesn't require perfection. It requires presence. Lily understood this. Another Virgo soul, floating through jobs, swimming in debt, unsure of her purpose. But every morning, she wrote down 3 things she was grateful for and 1 vision she held close. Some days it felt silly. Other days she cried while writing. But she kept going. 6 months later, she landed her dream job, doing what she loved with pay that honored her gifts. That wasn't luck. That was alignment. That was vibration. That was her nervous system learning to trust. So Virgo, don't underestimate small rituals. Morning journaling, a daily affirmation, a quiet walk with intention. These aren't luxuries. These are tools of transformation. Because when your inner world shifts, your outer world responds. You don't need to change everything today. You just need to begin and stay. Because Virgo, you're not starting from scratch. You're starting from wisdom. And that's worth more than gold. Now, Virgo, let's look ahead, not just days or weeks, but into the version of you that's already living in alignment with wealth. Close your eyes for a moment if it helps. Picture yourself 6 months from now. It's late October. The air is crisp. The leaves have turned golden. And so have you. You're standing taller. You're not rushing anymore. Your finances don't stress you the way they used to. Why? Because you've been making choices that reflect your worth, not your wounds. You've said no to what drained you. You've said yes to opportunities that felt aligned. You've cleaned your space, cleared your calendar, honored your peace. And it shows in your energy, your face, your voice. You're not trying to prove. You're just being. And it's magnetic. People notice. Opportunities find you, not because you're lucky, but because you've become undeniable. That's the Virgo shift. From survival to sustainability, from control to clarity, from fear to vision. So let me ask you something important. What does wealth actually mean to you? Not the number, not the car, but the feeling, the life, the experience. Maybe it's walking through your home and knowing you created that peace. Maybe it's booking a trip for your parents without checking your account 3 times. Maybe it's being generous, not just with money, but with time, energy, and attention. Wealth is not just what you have. It's how you feel while having it. It's time. It's freedom. It's safety. It's being able to exhale. And Virgo, that version of you who lives in that space, they already exist. You're not becoming someone new. You're remembering who you've always been beneath the conditioning, the part of you that was never afraid to be brilliant, never afraid to lead, never afraid to receive. And if receiving still feels foreign, I get it. You've spent years giving, fixing, anticipating the needs of others. But now the universe is saying, it's your turn, not in a selfish way, but in a sacred one. Because the more resourced you are, the more impact you can have. The more at peace you are, the more clarity you bring to the world. So this isn't just about money. This is about returning to your rightful state. Abundance isn't flashy, it's stable, it's clean, it's quiet confidence. It's walking into a room and not needing to explain why you belong. It's trusting your own timing so deeply, you no longer panic when things shift. That's the Virgo frequency we're calling in now. So here's what I want you to do. Every morning for the next 22 days, ask yourself one question. What does the wealthiest version of me choose today? And listen, that version might choose to rest, to drink water, to send the pitch, to cancel the meeting, to clean the space. Wealth doesn't always roar. Sometimes it whispers. And you, Virgo, are tuned into whispers. That's your gift. You catch what others miss. So catch this. You're no longer behind. You're right on time. Everything you've been through, every delay, every detour, it shaped your discernment. You don't just want any success. You want the kind that feels good to your nervous system. You want soul-aligned, heart-led, legacy-rooted expansion. And that's why April 22nd is so important, because it's not just a date, it's a decision, a declaration, a vibration. It's the moment you say, I'm ready now. Not because everything is perfect, but because you are. Imperfectly perfect, human and divine, logical and intuitive. Virgo, Your greatest strength is your ability to bring heaven down to earth, to take big dreams and ground them into real steps. And that's what this next chapter is about. You're not chasing, you're choosing. You're not fixing everything, you're focusing on what matters. You're not proving, you're providing for yourself, your future, and your vision. So breathe that in, let it sink deep, because from this point forward, your story shifts. Not in a dramatic overnight way, but in a deep, unshakable Virgo kind of way, quiet, clear, powerful, and real. So here we are, Virgo. You've walked through remembrance, you've reconnected with your vision, you've seen what's possible when your energy aligns with your truth. And now, we come to the most important part, integration. Because it's one thing to feel inspired in the moment, it's another thing entirely to live the inspiration daily. And Virgo, you are built for this. You're not a spark. You're a slow, steady flame. You don't just chase excitement. You build systems. You build futures. You create momentum that lasts. That's your superpower. So let's anchor this moment. Let's bring it home. I want you to start today, not with a grand gesture, but with a simple choice. Pick one corner of your life and bring presence to it. Maybe it's your finances. Open your statements without fear. Clean up your spending. Set an intention. Maybe it's your space. Light a candle. Clear a drawer. Let your physical world reflect your internal clarity. Maybe it's your relationships. Make the call. Speak the truth. Say no where you've been too silent. These tiny actions carry massive frequency. They signal the universe, I'm ready. And the universe responds, not always in lightning bolts, but in whispers, nudges, chances, alignments. Virgo, this is how new realities are built, not through force, but through focus, not through urgency, but through devotion. And devotion is your love language. So stay consistent. When doubt creeps in tomorrow, because it will, don't panic. Come back to your breath. Come back to your body. Come back to this message. You're not being tested. You're being invited to trust again, to lead again, to rise without apology. This Earth Day, let celebration be your ritual, not just for the planet, for yourself. Celebrate the healing you've claimed, the clarity you've chosen, the softness you've allowed. Maybe you take a walk with music in your ears. Maybe you journal under the moonlight. Maybe you rest without guilt. Whatever you do, do it with intention, because your nervous system remembers how you treat your breakthroughs. And when you honor your growth, you multiply it. So give yourself permission to pause, to feel, to witness, because something has shifted. You're not the same. You've shed the old fear, the old pressure, the outdated scarcity loop. You're not here to chase. You're here to attract. You're not here to hustle endlessly. You're here to co-create. And it all begins with presence. Now, let me say this. If this message stirred something in you, that wasn't random. You were meant to hear it. It found you in divine timing. And if it touched you, share it. Send it to a fellow Virgo. Post it. Comment your affirmation below. Let the universe witness your commitment. Because this isn't just a personal journey. It's a collective rise. When one Virgo aligns, ripples go out. And you are that powerful. If you're ready to go deeper, to build, to heal, to expand, then stay close. We're creating something here. A space of clarity, safety, and wealth. Rooted in truth, guided by wisdom, sustained by love. And your energy belongs here. So don't disappear after this. Stay with us. This is just the beginning. You've planted the seed today. Water it, feed it, trust it. Wealth isn't a fantasy, it's a frequency. And you, Virgo, are finally vibrating at its level. Say that with me, softly but boldly. I am open. I am ready. I am aligned with abundance. I no longer wait for permission. I walk with intention. I lead with clarity. I receive with peace. Let that be your mantra. Let that be your code, because the next version of you is not waiting in the distance. She's already here. He's already arriving. They are already alive in you. All you need to do now is let them lead. So take a breath. Inhale your new story. Exhale the old fear. and walk forward, not as the version of you that's still trying, but as the version that already knows. It's done. It's happening. It's yours. Virgo, the earth is rising, and so are you.